Hello everyone, so today we are going to learn more about the advanced features of Google Docs. So first we are going to learn more about the features in Insert. So the first option here is image. So if you want to put any pictures on your Google Doc, what you can do is if it's in your computer, you can upload from the computer. You can search it from Google, or if you have it in your Drive, your photos, or if you have the link to it or want to take a picture, you can do that. Table is going to make a table, so the first number is going to be the number of columns and the second number is going to be the number of rows. For instance, if you want 3 columns and 2 rows, you can make a table like this. Chart is going to be if you have any data, you can put it in a chart. They give you 4 options here. You can also use Google Sheets to make it based on how you want to make your chart. A horizontal line will add a horizontal line wherever your cursor is. So for instance, if I'm here and I want to add a horizontal line, it's going to make a horizontal line. Footnote is basically going to be at the top or the bottom of the page, and basically the little notes at the bottom, if you want to make them, usually they're for any references or a certain type of citation that you need to make. Next is special characters. So if you have a character that you don't have on your keyboard and you want to insert it, then you can use this. For instance, if you want to use pi and it's not on your keyboard, you can draw it, or you can look it up and find pi, and it will appear here. Next is equation. So if you have an equation that you want to add, maybe it's for a lab report, what you can do is equation, and they have everything that you need to write your equation here. You can press X after you're done. Next is header and footer. So header is going to be at the top of your page if you want to add anything there, and footer is going to be at the bottom of the page if you want to add anything there. Next is page numbers. So maybe it's an essay and you want to add page numbers. You can do so by pressing one of these options depending on the formatting. For instance, if you want it at the top right corner of every page, you can press that option. Usually they'll ask for your last name and then the number. Keep in mind that it is going to be an Arial 11, so if you want to change the font and the size, you have to do so accordingly. Next is page break. So if you want to have a page break here, you want this to be on one page and then this to be on another page, what you can do is insert page break and it will go to the next page and it will be separated. Next, if you want to add a link anywhere, you can press link. What you can do is paste a link here or just type it in. For instance, if you want to put google.com, that is going to be the link, and the text is going to be how you want to name the link. Now, if you don't name it, it's just going to be called google.com, but if you do want to name it, say you want to name it Google, you don't want the .com there, you can press apply, and the name will be Google, and the link will be google.com. Next, I will go into features in format. So first is text, and that's basically how your text looks. You can have a strike through and cross something out. You can have a superscript similar to an exponent, or a subscript is at the bottom instead. And then you have paragraph styles. So that's basically if you want to add any text in the title, subtitle, heading, anything like that. Indentation, this is the same as what is on your toolbar over here at the top right. Line spacing is also the same as what you have on your top right here. Columns is if you want to separate any text into different columns. For instance, if you want to turn this paragraph into 2 columns, what you can do is go here and press this, and it will turn into 2 columns. Next is bullets and numbering, and this is going to be the same thing as what you have right here. It's basically the different options for lists. For example, if you want to take any notes or outlines, it's going to be right there. Headers and footers, it's the same as what is in inserts, except more advanced. You can actually control how many inches from the top and from the bottom. So if you want it closer or farther from the bottom, from the top, this is where you can edit that. Page numbers, that is also similar to what is in insert, except now you have more advanced options. So that is it for today's video, and we hope you enjoyed learning about the advanced features of Google Docs.